Let's jump right in. Today's explainer is all about a massive leap and how computers understand the physical world. We're unpacking a fascinating research paper from NVIDIA and its partners centered around a project called WildCity. And guys, this is literally the blueprint for the future of AI spatial computing. We're going to look at how researchers are finally pulling AI out of those sterile, perfectly controlled digital labs and tossing it straight into the chaotic, massive, and incredibly complex reality of human cities. To really grasp what this research is trying to solve, we have to start with one fundamental question. Can AI build a mental map of an entire city? I mean, think about that for a second. When you or I move to a new town or even just visit a totally new neighborhood, we naturally start connecting the dots, right? We just kind of know that the coffee shop is 2 blocks down from the park, and if we take a left at that one weirdly shaped building, we'll find our way back to the highway. We build this spatial awareness almost effortlessly over time. But for artificial intelligence, yeah, this is an incredibly difficult task. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the City-Scale AI Challenge. So, as humans, we seamlessly form coherent spatial mental maps over tens of square kilometers. Sure, maybe we still occasionally forget exactly where we parked at the grocery store, but generally speaking, it's an evolutionary survival skill we excel at. But for AI, building this embodied intelligence is hitting a massive, literal data wall. This is the absolute core problem currently facing foundation models and scene reconstruction right now. Because to train an AI to understand a city, you need an unfathomable amount of high-quality, comprehensive data about that specific environment. Without it, the AI simply cannot learn to scale its understanding. It's like trying to teach someone how to navigate Tokyo by only showing them a picture of a single intersection. It just doesn't work. Which brings us to our solution. Section 2, enter the WildCity dataset. So what exactly is WildCity? Well, it's a real-world multimodal dataset collected by autonomous fleets traversing complex urban environments. We're talking about incredibly rich 3D data streams here. Cameras, LiDAR, radar, GPS, all firing simultaneously to capture an absolute, precise understanding of the space. And this wasn't collected in some controlled Hollywood backlot. No way. Researchers deployed actual autonomous fleets to drive through real, complex city streets to gather this. They went straight to the source. To put this into perspective, just imagine the sheer scale of the information being gathered here. 83.7. That is the average length, in kilometers, of each of the dataset's distinct trajectories. And there are 18 of these massive trajectories in the whole dataset. We are talking about continuous, unbroken data streams spanning over 50 miles per trip. This isn't just a quick driver on the block. This is comprehensive endurance-level mapping of massive urban sprawls. It is exactly the kind of overwhelming volume of data that an AI absolutely needs to truly begin understanding city-scale geography. Moving right along to Section 3, surviving in the wild conditions. The sheer brilliance of the WildCity dataset is that it deliberately preserves the messy, unpredictable variables of the real world. Think about it. When you drive, the world isn't static. You have dynamic objects like pedestrians darting out into the street, or rogue plastic bags blowing across the road that look suspiciously like threats to an AI sensor. You also get crazy lighting variations, from blinding glare from the setting sun to pitch-black shadows under overpasses. And of course, you have imperfect camera poses, simply because cars bounce over potholes, shaking the sensors around. A lot of older datasets actually cleaned this stuff up, which honestly ruined the training because it didn't reflect reality. WildCity keeps all that grime and chaos intact, forcing the AI to learn to perceive its environment through the noise, just like a real human driver does. So, how do they use all this data? Section 4, building urban digital twins. The researchers followed a really logical progression to put all this messy data to use. Step 1 is establishing an urban-tailored reconstruction baseline. Basically, they use the raw data to generate a highly accurate 3D virtual replica of the city streets. Then, step 2 is where it gets genuinely revolutionary, converting those reconstructed environments into a closed-loop simulator. Now, a closed-loop simulator is essentially the ultimate digital gym for AI. It means the AI can be dropped into this virtual city, make a decision, like turning a steering wheel or hitting the brakes, and the simulated environment will instantly react to that decision. The AI gets to practice its spatial reasoning and navigation in a perfectly safe, yet highly realistic, digital twin of the real world. But of course, building this ultimate AI gem comes with 3 major hurdles. First up is scalability. Handling the rendering from massive city-scale data sizes requires immense, mind-boggling computational power. We are talking about rendering entire metropolises in real time. Second is extrapolation. Can the AI accurately predict and understand unseen areas? Like, if an AI has only seen the front of a building, can it logically infer that there is a solid back to it, or does its understanding completely fall apart? And finally, uncertainty. Even in a simulation, the AI must learn how to navigate unpredictable real-world variables. It has to actually know when it's confused and proceed with caution. Overcoming these three challenges is literally the current frontier of this technology.
And that brings us to Section 5, the future of spatial cognition.
Zooming back out to the macro implications here, there's this quote from the paper's authors that perfectly encapsulates the stakes of this project. They state, ultimately, WildCity aims to catalyze progress in the pursuit of AI that can perceive, remember, and reason across space at a scale comparable to human cognition. And honestly, this is the key takeaway for you as a focused learner today. This isn't just about making prettier maps or better graphics for autonomous cars. City-scale rendering is just a stepping stone. The real goal is true human-like spatial intelligence. It's about giving machines the ability to exist within, remember, and reason about the physical world with the exact same effortless competence that you and I do every single day. And that leaves us with this final, provocative thought to carry with you. When AI can finally remember and reason about the physical world just like we do, what new realities will we build together? Because once we close the spatial gap, we aren't just revolutionizing autonomous driving, we are completely redefining spatial computing, robotics, urban planning, and the very nature of how humans and machines will interact within physical environments. WildCity is laying the absolute foundation for that future. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.